and I don't know if it's a lack of concentration or what it is. With 5, 6, 7 players that really get in there for a lot of time, you'd think that the intensity would be always high and they'll always be doing things to the best ability, but that isn't our case.
Looking at tonight's ball game, this Douglas team is almost like after a very strong start, this team was kind of went on a little roller coaster, John, here with last night's loss. And we talked about that earlier this week, that Thermopolis could give them fits, and by God, they beat them by 20.
I always said Thermopolis has a very good ball team, but I was real impressed with this Douglas ball team when I went down at Lincoln. Douglas just manhandled Lincoln all up and down the floor. And after watching that game, I thought, boy, we really have to work hard to play this Douglas team. But after seeing the scores and seeing some of the other things that they've done, I think they're real up and down. If we could happen to luck out and get a few of them in foul trouble, penetrate the basket, and play good defense, I think we can play ball with them.
Who do you think you have to stop tonight? Would it be Nathan Rolfe and John Harding?
They're so strong inside with the Rolfe boy. He'll throw up anything. He drives the bucket well. I don't have anybody who can play inside quickness with him. He's so quick, and he plays up above the rim. I don't have anybody, one person that can play with him. So we kind of treat this as a zone situation, but now we're going to try it anyway. But the problem is, Douglas has such good outside shooters. We've really got to have a lot of movement out of our guards to cover both the guards on the outside shooting and back in to help the inside. So we're going to put a lot of miles on our guards tonight. Really try.
Are you going to get back in the zone defense, or are you going to pressure the ball up and down?
We're going to have to pressure the ball a little bit to pick up the tempo. We can't play slow down ball. I was evident when we went to try and get we just can't play slow down ball. Kids don't like it. They don't play it well. So we naturally got to pick up the tempo. And I think Douglas will run with us. They have all year. They used to run strictly running gun type offense. And here's Cass, and they've kind of slowed it down and worked it into their big man now a little bit. But they have such outstanding shooters on the outside and such quickness in the team. They're just done a good ball team.
Okay, and after last night's loss, I guess the biggest thing is try to get a conference win and get things going here.
Well, that's for sure. We got to try to get a conference win and just get to the end of the season because there aren't that many games left. After tonight, like I said, after tonight we'll play everybody well for the next playoff. We go back and study the film, see the things we need to correct. Like I say, we got all year to practice, and there's always district. Anybody can come out of district looking pretty tough that time. And we're that type of team. I think we're capable of beating anybody in the conference on a given night.
If you want to peak, I guess you want to really peak late.
That's for sure. Hopefully we can peak a little sooner and start seeing some benefits of all this work.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Larry.
Thank you.
That's the way every tournament. Okay, we're back here at the Wheatland High School gym. That was head coach Larry Baldwin speaking to us. And Wheatland Bulldogs once again on that 8-game losing streak, needing to get over the hump. Douglas Bearcats losers last night as they lost a tough one up at Thermopolis, 74-54. But let's about 6 minutes away from the opening tip-off. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back here to the Wheatland High School gym after this.
Proud to support Bearcat Sports is Dean Gully Motors, your winning Chevy dealer in Douglas. Dean Gully urges everyone to attend and support Douglas Bearcat Sports. And for a new Chevy car or truck, see Dean Gully Motors, your winning Chevy dealer in Douglas. Another Bearcat sponsor is Dr. Wayne Hudson, a member of the American Optometric Association, for a family practice or for contact lenses in Douglas at 124 North 4th, phone 358-9008. Dr. Wayne Hudson. Goebel's Ford Chrysler in Douglas.
We'll just run down these schedules. First of all, in Class 3A, in the Class 3A in boys, it's Buffalo at Newcastle. So it should be a good game tonight. Other games tonight, including this Douglas at Wheatland game. It will include Torrington at Rollins in the conference matchup. Jackson is at Kimmer in Class 3A. Sheridan at Warren in the 4A, 3A mix. And that's about really all I see. And a lot of these teams, of course, have been playing Thursday and Friday. Some of these, towards the end of the season, been getting a night off as well. A lot of teams really need that. Checking last night's scores of entrance. Let's see, Rollins defeated Wheatland 91-77. Lander Wallace of Orland 100-83. Buffalo over Glenrock 66-46. And Thermopolis over Thermopolis beating Douglas 74-54. Class 3A for girls last night, it was Torrington over Newcastle 41-36. Orland down Lander 62-53. Buffalo over Glenrock 52-38. Rollins defeating Wheatland 45-35. And it was Douglas over Thermopolis by a score of 56-47. Games tonight, Class 3A for the girls action. Thermopolis is at Glenrock. Kemmer at Jackson. Wheatland sophomores played at LaGrange. Torrington is at Rollins as well. Now that's about all we got listed down here for this evening's ball game in Class 3A. In earlier action, we don't have a score on it, but in the freshman game, Douglas defeated Wheatland. In the freshman game, in the JV game, it was Douglas over Wheatland 71-54. So we're kind of getting ready and get things set. We're 3 minutes away from our opening tip-off, and we're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll look at tonight's starting lineup right after this. We're back at the Wheatland High School gym. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup. First of all, for the Douglas Bearcats under head coach Rick Jamin, 7-3 on the season. Their starters look like this. Starting will be number 12, Jeff Philo. He's a 5'9 senior. David Philo, the 5'8 junior, wearing number 23. Number 30, Brandon Flair. He is a 6-foot junior. John Hardy, the number 32, the senior at 5'11, and also the senior at 6'2, Nathan Rolfe. And they have the big kid, wearing number 54. For the Wheatland Bulldogs under head coach Larry Baldwin, 2-8 on the season. Starting for them will be number 10, Travis Hoffman. He's a 5'10 senior, averaging 17.5 points a game. Also starting, number 21, Ben Troutwine, the 5'11 sophomore, averaging 15.7 points a game. And number 23, Scott Carsrud. He's a 5'11 junior, averaging 12.8 points a game. We're going to pause here for the national anthem. For Wheatland anyway, we have these stats on them. Wheatland averages 75.5 points a game, while giving up their opponent 82.1 points a game. They are a 60% free throw shooting team, but they do have a couple of players on the team that really do struggle, and one of them is Scott Carsrud, and we'll talk about that. If and when he does get to the free throw line, a couple of soft spots in that lineup. He's got a good outside shooter, but when he comes to the free throw line, he does struggle quite a bit. course, in wearing their away blue jerseys with the red and white trim. Wheatland in their home white with the blue and gold trim. Getting things underway. Rolf will be jumping center for the Bearcats. Troy Sansel for the Bulldogs. We're about ready to get underway. Glad you can join us for basketball action on KWIV in Douglas, KYCN in Wheatland. The jump is controlled by the Bulldogs. Tip from Sansel to Hoffman and Travis Kansas inside the paint for the first 2 points. Full court pressure applied here by the Bulldogs as pass thrown away by David Philo goes out of bounds. First turnover of the game, and it will be Bulldog basketball. Scott Carsrud with it across the timeline. Douglas in the 2-3 zone defense. Hoffman down low, back to Carsrud, tops the key. Back over to Hoffman, has a tip. Out of bounds, last touch by John Hardy. It'll be Bulldog basketball. 7:38 just underway here. Conference action. Ball is inbound to Carsrud. It's on the right-hand side. Oh, makes a bad pass, goes out of bounds. It will be Douglas basketball. John Hardy with the ball. 2-3 zone here by the Bulldogs. Hardy with it. Back down to Jeff Philo. Back to Hardy. Inside to Rolf. Rolf tries a hard shot, a little short. Ball brought down by Troutwine. Out to Carsrud. Scott breaks it down the floor, right-hand side. Guarded by Philo. Swings it down low. Trying to hit Sam. The ball tipped away, picked up by Rolf. Rolf dishes it off to David Philo, who lays it up and in on the right-hand side. 2-2's our score. Troutwine with it, the sophomore, looking inside, makes another bad pass, flashed away. It was intended for Samsel. Ball picked up by Flair. Flair to Rolf. Shot from 16 off the backboard is good. Nathan Rolf, first 2 points, quickly down the other end. Double team on Ben Troutwine. Ball knocked out of his hands by Flair. So Ben Troutwine will inbound the basketball. 4-2, Douglas with the 2-point lead at the 6:40 mark. Ball's out top. Carsrud inside to Clay Kunkins. Turnaround shot, no good, but he is going to be fouled. And it's going to be against Nathan Rolf. First foul of the game. So going to the foul line will be Blake Kunkins, 62% free throw shooter, 28 of 45 out on the season. First shot up, going to be short. Once again, as a team, 60%. I'd like to see it just a little bit better than that. Second one is good. Cuts the lead, 4-3. Hardy with the basketball. Half-court pressure by the Bulldogs. Rolf with it now. Down low to Jeff Philo. Back to Hardy. To Philo. Jeff cross-court pass. Over to David Philo. Back to Hardy. Swings it on the wing to Philo. David inside to Blair, and he's going to be called for the walk. Another turnover, second of the game for the Bearcats. Hoffman with the cross-court pass, hits Troutwine left-hand side to Sample. Troy with it. He'll put up the 17-footer. It's going to be short. Ball tipped off the hands of Troutwine, out of bounds. Douglas basketball. 4-3, 6 minutes left first period. Glad you can join us for basketball action on KYCN, AM and FM, and KWIV AM in Douglas. Hardy with the basketball. Down low, takes it in the paint, drives up hard off the backboard. No good. Ball's last touch by the Bearcats, out of bounds. Wheatland with the ball. Carsrud with it. Being pressured, and on the reach-in is going to be called against John Hardy. Ball's inbound into Carsrud. Shot from 3 on its way, no good. Douglas basketball. Trying to see who touched the ball. Last touch by the Bulldogs. The Bearcats with it. Full court pressure. Rolf to Hardy. Back to Rolf. That is tipped away. Ball's on the floor. Picked up by Hunkins. Sample still in the backcourt. Carter across the timeline. The trout line shot up by Ben is no good. Doesn't draw iron. Ball down by Hardy. Hardy. Philo, and he's going to be called for the step. Good call by the official. Jeff Zamora out of the Laramie Association. Troy Sample with the basketball. Driving up, lays it up and through. Split the seam. Nice move by Troy Sample with a nice game last night at 20 points. Back at the other end. David Philo to Hardy, looking down low, trying to hit Rolf. Ball stolen away by Sample. Out to Carter, swings it over to Hoffman. Hoffman lays it up, no good. Ball tipped around, brought by Carsrud. His shot won't fall. And finally, we got a foul. It's going to be called against Scott Carsrud. Personal foul, first team foul against the Bulldogs. Wheatland ahead 5-4, 4:49. First period of action. Rolf with it, driving. He'll try to put up the shot. Won't fall. Hunkins there on the board. To Sample. Boy, dishes it off to Carter. Got across the timeline, right inside, down low to Hoffman. Travis with the 18-footer. And it's going to go over the backboard after it hit the rim, out of bounds. Douglas basketball. Checking in for the Bearcats will be number 52, and that is Troy Cooper. He's a sophomore at 5'11". Down at the other end, it's Hardy. Hardy driving on the baseline. Shot will not go, but he will be fouled. We'll see if he scores the shot. It's going to be against Ben Troutwine. They did call it on the shot. Going to the free throw line will be John Hardy, 5'11" senior. First shot's on its way, hard off the back of the rim. Second shot up and through. We're all tied up 5-5. Carsrud double teamed by Hardy and Rolf, and it is stolen away on the pass, picked up by Hardy. He laid it up on the left-hand side and through. John Hardy with his first 2 points from the field, given 3 on the evening. 7-5. Carsrud over to Hunkins. Dribbles one, stops. The ball has been kicked on the pass by Hardy. Troutwine will inbound the basketball on the left-hand side. Travis Hoffman to Carsrud. Scott with the shot from 3 won't go. Ball's last touch. Last touch by Hoffman, out of bounds. Bearcats with it. Jeff Philo will inbound the basketball to Hardy over the head of Travis Hoffman. Hardy with the left-hand side. He'll stop at the three-point line. Dishes it off to Philo. Driving down low on the baseline. Lays it up hard. No good. A foul on the rebound is going to be called against Brendan DeFlair. Third team foul. First personal. 7-5 in favor of the Bearcats. Hunkins with the basketball, points it down low. Troutwine back to Hunkins, has his shot blocked nicely by Flair. Out of bounds, still with Wheatland. Troutwine will inbound the basketball to Hoffman. Back down low to Carter, left-hand side. He'll dribble it around the old perimeter. Down low to Sample. Sample double team. He'll get the shot away from 10. Little hard. Troutwine there with the board. Puts it up off the backboard. That won't fall. Rolf there with the board. Off the timeline. Dishes it over to Philo. Jeff with the shot. No good. Ball tipped around, picked up by Hardy. Has the shot blocked by Hunkins. Foul's going to be against Scott Carsrud. Scott, that's number 2. Back into the lineup will be David Philo. He'll replace Jeff Philo. Hardy back to the free throw line for a pair, 1 of 2. Make it 2 of 3 as he connects on the first of 2. Up the lead now. Up to 3. It's 8 to 5. Make it 9 to 5. Hardy 3 of 4 from the foul line. Scott Carsrud with it. Sample. Boy, then it's going to be called for the walk. Nice call. As Damon Artery will check into the lineup. Damon, the 5'8 junior, averaging 5.4 points a game. Ball's inbounded to Cooper, and Cooper takes a shot from 18. Won't go. Artery there on the rebound. Throws it down low to Hoffman. Travis had 22 points last night. Dishes it in to Hunkins. Shot won't go. Quickly out to Rolf. Rolfton is called for the walk. Sloppy first period thus far. 2:53 left. 9 to 5. Last night after one period down in Rollins, Wheatland found themselves down by 14. It was 29 to 15. Bad pass by Troutwine, intercepted, picked away by Rolf. Rolf with it, 3-on-2 break. Tried to hit Cooper. He'll save it from going out of bounds. Back to Hardy. Hardy left inside, shot from 18 is going to be short. Ball brought down by Flair. Flair with it. Tried to hit Hardy. Ball was out of bounds. Last touch by Hoffman. Douglas with the basketball. Shot up, no good by Flair. As Hunkins tried to dish it out to Sam, the ball was slapped away by Flair and it goes out of bounds. Wheatland with the ball. 9 to 5. Slow pace first period. A few turnovers. Hoffman on the pass to Sample, and there's going to be a foul, a push. Going to be against Brandon Flair, and that's his second personal foul, fourth team foul. Inbounded to Hoffman. Travis from 3, that won't go. Ball's brought down by Hardy. Out to Philo. Jason with the pass nicely. Over to Cooper. Cooper goes up on the left-handed layup. Ball doesn't fall, but he will be fouled by Troy Sample. Thought they called it against Troy, but they're going to call it against Blake Harkin. Scott Carsrud back in the lineup. He'll replace Sample. And Jeff Philo will check into the lineup. He'll go in for Brandon Flair. Troy Cooper, the sophomore at 5'11 at the free throw line. First shot rolls around and in. 10 to 5. Favor of the Bearcats. Second shot is good. Wheatland dry period. Carsrud across the timeline, right hand side, just to try to hit it on the left hand side, down low to Troutwine, but glass tipped out of bounds by the Bearcats. Wheatland with the basketball. 1:57. Is the time remaining, first period, 11 to 5, Douglas with the lead. Travis Hoffman with a no-look pass to Hunkins, drives up, slapped away by Rolf. And in the hand of Jeff Philo to Hardy, shot from 3, top of the key is going to be an air ball. And it goes out of bounds. Applied here by the Bearcats. Artery with the pass to Hoffman. Travis with the pass now. He tried to hit Hunkins, and Blake lost it off his hands. Stolen away by the Bearcats. David Philo. Over to Cooper, who connects for 2. 4 points for Troy Cooper. 13 to 5. Troutwine pass into Hunkins. Tried to put up the shot. Nice drive. He's going to be fouled by Nathan Rolf. For Rolf, that's his second personal foul. as well. Checking in for the first time for the Bearcats tonight, Andy Schroeder. Blake 1 at 2 from the free throw line, make it 1 at 3. 62% free throw shooter. Second one does go in. So Sample will check in for Hunkins. And Dylan Grant, the 6'2" junior, will check in into Rich Eamon's lineup. 13-6, 7-point lead. Cooper has it. Over to Schroeder. Schroeder down low, hits David Philo inside, intended for Grant, and as Sampson tried to save it, he saved it right in the hands of Cooper, and Cooper laid it up and through. Then we got a turnover on the other end. Long pass was out of bounds. It was from the out of bounds spot, so it will go clear back down to the Douglas end. So they'll have it underneath their own bucket with a 9-point lead at 15-6, 58 seconds left. Schroeder will inbound the ball. It's Jeff Philo. Philo to David Philo. Schroeder, right-hand side, back to Philo. David, ball tipped away, but right in the hands of Grant. Back to Jeff Philo, who shot no good on the baseline. Rebound comes down to Sample, the card route. Scott driving. Puts up the shot, it goes in, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be against Dylan Grant. 16 foul. The next one will put the Bulldogs into the bonus. Carsrud, and just going to mention him at the free throw line. 37%, 20 of 54 on the year. Ball into Cooper, and Cooper puts it up in the paint from 7 and through. Troy Cooper now with 8 points. Back at the other end. 3-pointer good by Travis Hoffman. Travis with 22 last night, 5 tonight. 17-11 with 14 seconds left. Schrader with it. Inside, to Grant, lost it off his hands, out of bounds. 6 seconds left. Carsrud with it, we got 5 seconds left. Swings it down to Hoffman, off his hands a little too hard. So it goes out of bounds with 2 ticks of the clock left. Go the length of the court in 2. Baseball pass down from Grant. In the hands of Sample, Troy puts it up. And a little hard off the backboard. That is their first period of play from the Wheatland High School gym. After 1, the Douglas Bearcats 11. The Wheatland Bulldogs, Douglas 17. Wheatland Bulldogs 11. We'll be back after the 60-second timeout.
Proudly supporting the Bearcats are Michael May.
Hunkins, his put in won't go. Picked up by Carsrud. He tried to save it to Hunkins. Picked up by Hoffman. His wild shot in the paint won't fall. Rolfe with the rebound. And he is a intended pass for Hardy, thrown away by Carsrud. For Hoffman, who was left alone but fumbled it. Oh, this is a mess. Back with Hoffman to Hunkins, and he's going to be fouled with the body. John Hardy. Welcome to Australian rules football. Just can't seem to handle it anywhere. Body bumping into body. But back at the free throw line, we play Hunkins. Blake connects. He's 3 of 5. Cuts the lead down to 5. He'll try to knock it down to 4 at 17-12. Second shot's on its way. Cans it. 17-13, Bulldogs down by 4. Rolfe with the basketball. To Jeff Philo. Back to Hardy. To Jeff Philo down low in the corner, right side, cross-court pass for Flair. To Cooper, back to Flair. His shot from 3 won't go. Sample there on the board. Quickly out to Cardroot. Got on the right-hand side. He'll stop. Double team. Looking inside his Sample. Troy, turnaround jump shot from 10 high. Archer won't go. Off-balance shot. Hardy there on the board. And then a foul is going to be called against Travis Hoffman. Trying to strip Hardy away. Travis, his first personal, 16 foul, so... Excuse me, 15 foul. Ball's inbound at Flair. Across the timeline, hands the ball back over to Hardy. He'll get it set up with the Bearcats. 6:45. Jeff Philo with it. Swings it inside. Hits Rolf. Drives in. Shot blocked by Hunkus. Out to Cartrew. Behind the back dribble. Stops over to Troutwine. Lays it up and through. Left-hand side. Prettiest play of the night for the Bulldogs. Cuts the lead back down to 2 at 17-15. Ball stolen away. Cartrew on the floor. Hands it off to Hoffman. Lays it up and good. As you can hear the crowd a little bit revved up here. 17-17. Flair with it. Geralt just lost it. Out of bounds. It'll be Wheatland basketball. A little momentum swing here for the Bulldogs. Cardrew to Hunkins. Down low to Hoffman. To Sample. Baseline shot from 10. Won't go. Hardy there on the board. Going away on the pass though by Cardrew. Got everywhere. He'll get it set back up for the Bulldogs. Swings it over to Hoffman. Travis from 3. Shots on his way. It's good. 10 points for Travis. And Douglas wants a timeout. 9 unanswered points here by the Bulldogs here in this second period of play. Our score at the 5:50 mark in the second period. Our score, Wheatland 20, Douglas 17. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. 9 straight points here to open up the second period. And the Bulldogs take the lead at 20-17. Cooper to Rolf. Back to Jeff Philo to Hardy. Hardy with the top the key down low to Philo inside of Rolf. Drives in, puts a shot through. Nathan Rolf now with 4 points. Puts it down the other end. Troy Temple with it. Almost lost it. Dishes it off to Hoffman. Makes a bad pass. Picked off by Rolf down the floor to Hardy. Hardy puts up the shot. Goes in. Just like that, it's 21-20 in favor of the Bearcats. Hunkins with it back to Cardroot. Top the key, swings it down low to Troutwine. He's left alone from 18 and good. Nice job by the lefty. 22-21. 5 minutes left here, first half. Philo with the pass to Rolf. Swings it across. Stolen away by Travis Hoffman. Hoffman hits Samsel. Back over to Hoffman. Travis. Makes a bad pass. Silly pass. It's knocked out of bounds by Hardy. The trapping defense here by the Bearcats. Giving the Bulldogs problems when they have to bring the ball down pretty slow. Troutwine will take the ball out of bounds. He'll hit Cardroot. Got double teamed by Rolf and Hardy to Sample to Hoffman. Back to Sample. Troy left alone from 14. Connects. 24-21, 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. Cooper back over to Jeff Philo. Philo down low to Flair. Back to Philo to Hardy. Top the key. Swings it over right hand side to Rolf. He's double teamed. Nice dish off pass to Cooper. Lays it up and through. 24-23, back at the other end. Troutwine. He's going to be called for the offensive foul. He just rammed into Cooper. And for Ben, that's number 2. 16 foul. So both teams now will be in the bonus. From here on out, full court. Trapping defense here by the Bulldogs. As Philo has it, Jeff with the basketball. Stops at the free throw line, passes, and then kicked away by Hunkins. Ball will go out of bounds. 3:57 left, 24-23. The Bulldogs up by 1. Hardy will inbound into Flair. Back to Jeff Philo. To Rolfe. Turnaround shot off the backboard a little hard. Picked away by Troutwine. Then he made a bad pass to Hardy. Hardy took his shot and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. So Douglas will have it. Hardy will inbound the ball to Jeff Philo. Back down to Hardy, low to Rolfe. Turnaround shot is good from 10. Nathan Rolfe now with 6 points. Ball by down the other end. Cardrew tries it in the paint. Basket interference they're going to call against John Hardy. They're going to give the bucket. They call John Hardy for basket interference. Rich Yeaman not too happy with that call. So you credit the bucket to Cardrew. It'll be Douglas basketball. Cooper with it. 3-on-2 break. Knocked away by I thought it was knocked away by Samsel, but it was just thrown away pass. It'll be Wheatland basketball. 26-25, Bulldogs up by 1 over the Bearcats. 3:25. And bad pass by Cardrew. Tipped away, picked up by Hardy to Rolfe. Behind the back pass. Flair, and Flair is going to be fouled on the shot by Troy Samsel. For Troy, that is his first personal. Go to the free throw line and be Brandon Flair. No points yet in this ball game for Flair. First to 2 coming. He hands the first. Ties his team up at 26-26. Here comes the second shot. Connects on that. Gives the Bearcats a 1-point lead. Quickly down to the other end. A couple passes and it's already down there. Troutwine with it. He'll throw it back to Cardrew. Swings it down all alone. Destroys Samsel. Nice assist from Cardrew. Samsel all alone lays it up and through on the left-hand side. As we're swinging back and forth here. It's a seesaw battle. 28-27. Bulldogs. Cooper, turnaround shot. In and out, no good. Austin there on the board. Quickly over to Troutwine. Troutwine has it stripped away. As ball picked up by David Philo, but Philo was out of bounds and came back across and touched the ball, which is a violation. So the ball will remain with Wheatland. Troutwine with it. Swings it. Hits Artery. Shot going to be short. Cooper there on the board. Quickly down to Hardy. He's left alone. Lays it up left-hand side and in. John Hardy with 9 points. Numerous lead changes. Back and forth we go. Another bad pass from Artery to Hunkins in the backcourt. Can't understand why we have Blake in the backcourt, the center, trying to handle the basketball. The turnover. And Douglas with the basketball. Hardy into Rolfe. Turn around, hit Flair down low, and he'll dribble it back out in the corner to Hardy. Back to Rolfe. Swing it in. Won't go. Samsel there on the board. Swings it out to Artery. Artery across the timeline. Stops bounce pass. Nice. Travis Hoffman lays it up and through. 12 points for Travis Hoffman. It's 30-29. Back to that 1-point lead on the other side to the Bulldogs. Hardy with it. Inside to Cooper. Turnaround shot. Won't go. Rolfe tried to rebound it. Goes off his hands out of bounds. Hunkins with it. Now pass to Artery. Demon tries to get it set up. Hits Hoffman down low to Samsel. Troy driving in the paint. He's going to be fouled. It's going to be against David Philo. For Philo, that's his first. Hoffman will sit down. Carsrud back into the lineup. Troy Sansel at the foul line. Troy's only been out of 9 games he has participated in. He had to miss one due to an injury. He connects on the first. Only been at the foul line 14 times. Connected on 7 of them, so he's 50%. It's the first one. Cans the second one, so he's 2 of 2 and gets that average just a little bit better. 32-29, 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. David Philo with it. He's going to be fouled on the floor by Troy Sansel on the block. Second personal foul against Troy Sansel. Shannon Fincher into the lineup. First time tonight for the Bulldogs, the 5'10 junior. He'll replace Nathan Rolfe. David Philo with 2 points coming from the field. 1 and 1 on foul line. He doesn't get the first one. Troutwine on the board. Over to Carsrud. Scott's stripped away by Philo, but the ball is touched and went out of bounds by Philo. It'll be Wheatland basketball. Carsrud to Troutwine. Inside to Hunkins. Turnaround shot from 10 is good. Top shot as Blake Hunkins connects. First 2 points in the field. Ball's tipped around. Picked up and still in the backcourt by John Hardy. 34-29, 5-point lead here by the Bulldogs. Travis Hoffman will come back in the lineup. Next whistle. Shot up no good by the Bearcats. Hunkins there on the board. Quickly down the other end to Troutwine. Stops, pops from 17. Won't go. Hardy there on the board. Hardy double team. Over to David Philo. Philo back to Hardy. Swings it in for Cooper. Back to David Philo, who hits the 3. 5 points for David Philo. 34-22. Back on the other. Damon Artery on the 3-point line, so only give him 2. 36-32. David Philo with it. Back to Hardy. To Philo, left-hand side, looking in. He hits Cooper, dribbles one, swings it over to Flair, who drives in. This is going to be fouled, and it gives Ben Troutwine. And for Ben, that will be number 3, and he'll have to check out a lineup. We thought anyway, yes he will. It's Hoffman. And also in the lineup the first time will be Jason Mincer, the 5'9 sophomore, and Jason Gebhardt, the 5'11 junior, for Larry Baldwin's squad. Brandon Flair at the free throw line. He's 2 of 2. He'll get 2 shots. First one no good. Here goes the second of 2. He does can that one. 36-33, 20 seconds left. Artery with it. Swings it over to Gebhardt. Jason with it. Down low is Hoffman. Double team. Has to get it out of there. Back to Gebhardt. 11 seconds left. Baseball pass across court. Artery inside to Hunkins. Hits Spencer. Travis double team. Puts up the shot. Won't go. Hunkins there with it. Lays it up. It goes. So that ends our first half of play. Our score, the Wheatland Bulldogs 38, the Douglas Bearcats 33. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout to take a look at our first half stats. Philo 0-1 at the foul line, and 3 points for Brandon Flair. And those all 3 points coming from the free throw line. He is 3 of 4. And that's our halftime stats, 38-33. Wheatland Bulldogs up on top of the Douglas Bearcats. Joining me here at the half is Wheatland High School wrestling coach Doug Jackson. And Coach, we haven't had a chance to really talk too much this year about the wrestling team and how things are going. But let's first start talking about what happened today. And know you were in Douglas for a kind of a duel against both Thermopolis and Douglas. What happened today?
Yeah, both Thermopolis and Douglas duels today are conference duels. And our first match today was against Douglas. And they ended up winning 7 out of the 13 matches. We won 6, they won.
Oil and Tire Company.
Away with the second half action. as the Wheatland Bulldogs outscored the Douglas Bearcats in that second period 27-16. And that's why they hold that lead of 5 now at 38-33. Douglas is ahead by 6, 17-11 at the end of the first period. But a lot of turnovers, a lot of sloppy play by the Bearcats. They find themselves down by 5, and Wheatland will have the basketball to start our second half. Well, I'll pass along the starters to you here shortly. Troutwine with the back of the Carsrud to Hoffman, the same starting five for the Bulldogs. Troutwine, bad pass, but still in the hands of Carsrud. Humpkins driving, puts up a shot, no good. And he's going to be fouled there by Brandon Fleur. And so that's, Brandon, that is number 3. Always tough, and both of these teams coming off long road trips last night. Douglas at Thermopolis and Wheatland at Rollins. Bad pass on the inbound, goes out of bounds off the hands of Hoffman. That'll be Douglas basketball. For Douglas, it's going to be David Philo, Jeff Philo, John Hardy, Brandon Flair, and Nathan Rolfe. This is their starting 5. Flair with it, back over to Hardy. To Jeff Philo. Philo down low in the corner. 2-3 zone defense here by the Bulldogs. David Philo with it. He's bringing it down left-hand side low. To Hardy, to Philo. He'll put it up from 3. It's going to be short. Ball is on the floor, picked up by David Philo. Over to Rolfe. Rolfe lays it up, left-hand side and through. Back on the other end, it's Ben Troutwine. Puts up the wild shot. It goes in, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be against Jeff Philo. That's his first. But Ben Troutwine at the foul line, his first time this evening, he's 58%. And he can and connects on the complete three-point play. 41-35, still 6-point lead. It's into Rolfe, turnaround shot, it's good, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be against Blake Hunkins. For Blake, that is number 2. Nathan Rolfe will go to the foul line, try to complete the three-point play. Shots on its way, connects. 41-38. Troutwine with the basketball, double team. He'll swing it back out, made another bad pass, but the ball is brought down by Carsrud, saved. Nice pass to Samsel, shot up and through. Troy Samsel with the 16-footer. 43-38. Shot up no good by David Philo. His ball's on the floor, and he's going to be fouled from behind by Troy Samsel. And for Troy, that is his third personal foul. Ball's brought in to Jeff Philo. Top to David Philo, swings it around the perimeter. Ball's on the floor, saved by Hoffman, and he rolled with it, so that is a travel. Brought in to David Philo. Dwight Tompkins is going to be called for the foul from behind on Rolfe. Ball in to Cooper. Shot up and through on the baseline. Troy Cooper now has 12 points. Back on the other end, Hoffman to Samsel. Lays it up off the backboard and through. Just like that, quickly. 45-40. Back to 5 points for the Bulldogs. Hardy to Jeff Philo. Shot up from 3. It's going to be short. Nobody boxed out, but the ball is brought down by Troutwine. Troutwine, left-hand side, fakes. Fakes this in, and it's going to be called for the step. Tangent. Nathan Rolfe now with 13 points. 45-42. Bulldogs by 3. Samsel shot up and through. Nice pass into Samsel. Troy getting hot again. He has 14-20 last night. Philo has it, and he's going to be called for the steps. David Philo, that is. So Bulldog basketball. Troutwine shot from 3. It's going to be short. Sample there on the board. He follows it up. No good. Rolfe there on the board. Quickly out to Jeff Philo. Philo left hand, make it right hand side. Swings it into Rolfe. Swings in the paint. Puts up the shot and good. 47-44. Bounce pass from Karsrud to Hoffman. Back to Karsrud. Puts it up. No good. He's going to be fouled by Troy Cooper. Jason Gebhardt will come in the lineup. He'll replace Ben Troutwine. Ben winded a little bit. So to the free throw line, Scott Karsrud, 37%, and still struggling as he misses the first. He's 0-2. Now on the season, 20 of 56. Shot up. That one does go through. 48-44. Rolfe has it. Over to Flair. Flair to Hardy. Down low to Jeff Philo. Philo back to Hardy. Back to Jeff Philo. There's back and forth. Philo has it again. Bounce pass down low to Rolfe. Triple team. Hardy from 3. Going to be short. Hunkins and Jeff Philo tie up, and it's going to stay with Douglas. On the possession arrow, 4:44 left, third period of play. It's 48-44 in favor of the Wheatland Bulldogs. Shot from 3 from Philo, no good, but Hardy there on the board and lays it up through. John Hardy with 11 points. Sample with it. Troy off the backboard, doesn't go. Rolfe on the rebound. To Jeff Philo, bounce pass to David Philo, lays it up through, and he's fouled by Troy Sample. For Troy, that is going to be number 4. Definite foul problem. Damon Artery will have to come in the lineup. And a small lineup indeed now for the Bulldogs. Damon just 5'8". Troy 6'1". We got timeout, 4:24 left, third period of action. Our score, we're all tied up. It's Wheatland 48, Douglas 48. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
That's pretty quick sometimes where you can't see everything.
Yeah. What's that? That's the game? No. That's out there. Back in action here. We're all tied up 48-48, 4:24 left. Cowboys losers again today. Yes, the word around the Cowboys state now is, when is Benny going to go? And how soon? I know not everything can be blamed on Benny, but things got to change for the Pogues. Things are sliding fast. David Philo connects on the free throw to complete a three-point play. Bearcats now the lead. 49-48. Karsrud loses it, picked up by Flair. Flair stops inside the circle. Over to Philo. Philo wide open underneath to John Hardy. Can't connect, but there's Jeff Philo. It's blocked from by Hoffman. There's Brendan Flair, who lays it up and through. Back on the other end, three-point lead. Stolen away from Jason Gebhardt. David Philo stops, hits Hardy, left alone, puts it up and through. Quickly down to the other end. Hoffman misses the shot. Rolfe there on the board. Over to Hardy. Shot from 16 baseline. No good. Ball tipped around. Going to be called called against Blake Hunkins on the foul from behind, and the Bulldogs definitely in foul problems now. Hunkins with 4, Samsel with 4, Troutwine with 3. Chad Ballard will check into the lineup for the first time tonight for the Bearcats. Ballard is 5'8" junior. And he has the ball. Shot from 3. He's no good. Ball's brought down though by Hardy. Swing move down on the baseline. Won't go, but there's Rolfe. He'll lay it up and through. Troutwine with it. To Carsrud. Scott stops, hits, tries to hit it from 15. He does. Rolls around and falls through for Scott. Now has 7 points. 55-50. Philo down to Rolfe. Pass a little bit behind him. Over to Troutwine. Ben driving on the baseline. He's going to be fouled on the baseline on the push. Foul's going to miss against John Hardy, and now he'll kind of slip into foul problems with 3. As Dave Rhodes will check into the lineup. Dave Rhodes, 6'1" senior. And Andy Schroeder back in the lineup. He'll replace Hardy. Cleveland with the basketball underneath their own hoop. Ball comes out to Hoffman. Travis, bounce pass to Carsrud. Scott puts it up and no good from 14. There's going to be a foul from behind. That's going to be against Brandon Flair. He will go into foul problems with 4. Each team now has 5 team fouls. Of course, it takes 7 to get into the bonus this year. Flair will sit down. Troy Cooper back in the lineup. Troutwine to Hoffman. Swings it out top. Carsrud back down to Hoffman in the corner. Back to Carsrud. A little bit hard, but saved by Artery before he goes into the backcourt. Carsrud to Hoffman. Travis left alone from 3. Too hard. Yeah, Jeff Philo there on the board. Jeff across the timeline. Tip from behind by Carsrud. Stolen away then by Troutwine. Then he will be fouled. Jeff Philo will pick up the personal. His second. 16 foul. So the next foul committed by the Bearcats put the Bulldogs at the line for the rest of the game. Troutwine with a dish off to Hoffman. Travis shoots over the top of Cooper and connects on the baseline. 14 points for Travis Hoffman. Ball was stolen away by Carsrud, but tipped out of bounds. Intended for Ballard. David Philo with the basketball. 3-point lead is 55-52 for the Bearcats. 2:07 and counting, third period. Shot up from 3 by Ballard, won't go. Ball tipped around, and then a foul is going to be called against Carsrud. Scott, that's his third. Ball tipped away, stolen away by Troutwine. 3-on-1 break. Troutwine dishes it off to Carsrud, lays it up and through. Didn't know if Ben was going to dish off, but finally did at the last minute. Cuts the lead down to 1:55-54. Stolen away by Carsrud, but he's going to be called for the foul as he came across the hands of Ballard. So now Carsrud, Samsel, Hunkins, all with 4 personal fouls, and we're still in the third period. Now each team will be in the bonus. Chad Ballard at the free throw line. No points in this game. First time at the foul line. First shot up and through. Second shot's up, in and out, no good. Troutwine there on the board. And then a tie-up between Troutwine and Rolfe. And on the possession arrow, we'll go to Wheatland. Bulldogs down by 2. Carsrud with it. And he didn't give Carsrud a step with Nathan Rolfe. And Rolfe is going to be called for the block. And Rolfe now will slip into foul problems. He has 3. Head Coach Larry Baldwin wants to make sure everybody does have 4. That's the ones we were talking about with foul problems. As Carsrud connects on the first of the bonus. As Blake Hunkins will go back in the lineup. So Hunkins back in the lineup. He has 4. He replaces Rhodes. Carsrud will connect on the second, so he's 3 of 5. And we're tied up 56-56. Rolfe with the basketball. To Schroeder. To Ballard, who made a silly pass cross court, and head coach Rich Eamon not happy. So right away he'll bring back in John Hardy. So Wheatland with a chance to regain the lead. Been a seesaw battle most of this game. Troutwine back to Artery. Artery swings it over to Troutwine. To Hunkins. To Artery. He'll put up the 17-footer, and it's good. 58-56. Bounce pass stolen away by Carsrud. Got across the timeline. Looking for a seam. He tries to take it. No. And they're going to call an offensive foul, and it didn't look like it to me. Foul's going to be against Scott Carsrud, and for Scott, he will foul out of this ball game with 1 minute left in the third. Scott will check out of the game with 11 points, and that's sure going to hurt the Bulldogs now. Their main ball handler. Schroeder has it. Back to Hardy inside of Rolfe. Turnaround shot from 11. Won't go. There's David Philo. Hooks up once, puts it through, and he's going to be fouled. There's going to be a foul away from the ball. Okay, there was a foul away. Andy Schroeder called for the push on the shot. The basket does count. I think the basket went to David Philo. Is that correct? Yeah, David Philo with the bucket. It counts, so the game is tied back up. Troy Stansel will come back in the lineup replacing Ben Troutwine. Stansel with 4 fouls. Hunkins with 4. Carsrud has fouled out with 5. We still got 48 seconds left here in the third. And not the best person for the Douglas Bearcats to put on the line is Travis Hoffman. Travis is a 92% free throw shooter, 43 of 47 before that shot, so he's 44 of 48. And he cans both of those. 60-58. Cooper hits Hardy. Gets across the timeline to Rolfe. Rolfe driving in, slapped away by Artery. Picked up though by Cooper. Shot won't go. See where the ball goes to. And they'll stay with the Bearcats with 41 seconds left. It's heated up. Hardy inbounds it all alone is Rolfe. He drives in, puts up the shot and through. Nathan Rolfe with 19 points. Quickly at the other end, Jason Gebhardt. Jason stops, he pops. Going to be a little short. Cancel there on the board. Then we got a foul called to give Travis Hoffman. For Travis, that's just his second. Jason Minter will come back in the lineup. They'll put Troy down since he has 4 fouls. 60-60. 30 seconds left, third period. At the foul line will be Troy Cooper, is 2 of 2. He has 12 points on the night. Give him 13 as he cans the first one. Here goes the second one. That won't go. Minter there on the rebound. Quickly out to Artery, to Hoffman. Back to Artery. He'll put it up from 3. Won't go. Rolf there on the rebound. Over to Schroeder. Schroeder to Rolf. Lays it up and through. 21 points, 63-60. Douglas by 3. Gebhardt with it. 7 seconds left. Cross-court pass to Hoffman. Travis going to have to take it inside of Rhodes. He'll have to put up the shot. Slapped away. Hoffman with it. Puts up the shot. Won't go. That ends our third period of play. It's a wild and woolly one here at the Wheatland High School gym. Our score, Douglas 63, Wheatland at 60. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout.
Wheatland Food Market, 130 South 4th, is your complete grocery store with quality meats and produce at reasonable prices. Wheatland's Food Market in Douglas. Link Oil and Tire Company in Douglas for your complete line of commercial, agricultural, and bulk oil products and every type of tire.
5-point lead here for the Bearcats. 65-60. Artery back over to Hoffman. Troutwine with it now as they're swinging around the perimeter. Artery back to Troutwine. Shot from 3 is going to be way short. Picked up by Cooper. That's working the ball. Rolf with it. Slapped away by Stansel. Picked up by Flair, and he puts it up and through. Stansel couldn't try it the second time. He has 4 fouls. 67-60. Hoffman with it. Back to Artery. Damon to Stansel. Troy dribbles once. Back to Hoffman. To Stansel. Shot. Off balance. No good. Ball last touched by Cooper. His ball went out of bounds. So Wheatland with the basketball. Troutwine will inbound the basketball to Artery. Damon with it. Dribbles. Swings it over to Troutwine. Then puts up, nice pass down low for Hunkins. Saves it from going out of bounds. He'll try the baseline shot. Won't go. Hoffman there with the board. Drew around. Put in is good. 67-62. 6:44 and counting. Fourth and final period of play. Jeff Fowler with it. He'll put up the shot on the baseline. Going to be short. Troutwine there on the board. Down pass. Artery. To Hoffman. He'll put up the 3. No good. Flair there with the board. Out to Hardy. To Rolf. 2-on-2. Rolf puts it up. Going to be short. Troutwine there on the board. As Jeff Filo is going to pick up the personal foul. Third personal. As we're in the bonus, Ben Troutwine will go to the free throw line. He's 1 of 1. 58% free throw shooter. You're listening to basketball action on KYCN and KWIV. 1 of 1. First shot no good by Troutwine. Stansel tries to pick up the ball. He's going to be called for the step. David Philo will get back into the lineup. They already placed Cooper. As right now on the other end, Flair has it. Back over to Jeff Philo. Philo down in the corner, left-hand side to Rolf. Spin move, puts up the shot, going to be short. Hunkins can't bring down the board. Philo with the follow through, it won't go. Last touch by Hunkins as it went out of bounds. (67-62), 5:58 left. Douglas with the lead. Philo with it. Shot from 3. Won't go. There's Rolf. He can't put the ball through. Try it the second time. That will go in. Nathan Rolf with 25 points. 7-point lead once again for the Bearcats. Artery with it, down low to Samsel. Shot up, no good. Ball's brought down by Troutwine, slapped away. Ball on the floor, picked up by Hardy. Swings it over to Rolfe. Puts up the shot and through. 71-62. Damon Artery with the basketball. He'll try it from 18 feet. That's good. Damon with a nice shot. He has 6 on the night. Nice steal by Travis Hoffman. Puts up the shot, no good. Hardy there on the board. Flair to Philo. Can't get the first time. Tries it the second time. That won't fall. Hunkins there on the board. We've been trying to push it. Troutwine with it. Back to Samsel. He'll try from 15 feet out. That won't go. Samsel follows. Gets his own board. Puts it up and through. 16 points for Troy Samsel. Full court pressure bothering the Bearcats just a little bit. Flair with it. And finally we get a timeout called by the Bearcats. Rich Amen doesn't like what he sees. 71-66. We have 4:36 left. Douglas with the lead. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Wheatland Food Market, 130 South 4th, is your complete grocery store with meats and produce at reasonable prices. Wheatland's Food Market in Douglas. Link Oil and Tire Company in Douglas for your complete line of commercial, agricultural, and bulk oil products and every type of tire. Link Oil and Link Tire, 358-2383, proudly supporting the Bearcats. Jerry's Welding Service north on Highway 59 for all your home or industrial welding jobs. Call Jerry's Welding at 358-2712. Jerry's Welding, a proud sponsor of Bearcat Sports.
Jim, 71-66 is our score. Douglas basketball as Hardy will throw it in to David Philo. Back to Hardy. Right-hand side, down low to Jeff Philo. Back to Hardy. He'll pass up the 3. Down to Jeff Philo. Out to David Philo. Top of the key. Driving in the circle. Puts up the shot and through. Bounce pass from Artery. Down to Hoffman. Then Samsel loses it as it goes out of bounds. So it'll be Douglas basketball. Down by 7 are the Bulldogs. Rolfe with it to David Philo. John Hardy to Rolfe. Turnaround shot is good. 29 points for Nathan Rolfe. 75-66. Artery to Hoffman. He'll try from 3. Good! Third three-pointer. 75-69. Flair has it. He'll try it from 19. That won't go. Artery with it. Quickly out to Hoffman. Slapped away. Last touch by Hardy. It'll remain with the Bulldogs. 3:41 left. Threes can get a team back into a game in no time. Troutwine will inbound the ball to Artery. Back to Hoffman. He'll try it again from 3. Tipped. Ball's picked up by Hardy. Hardy with it. Dribbles around Hoffman. Swings it into Rolfe. Puts up the shot. Won't go. Last touch by Douglas as David Philo went out of bounds. Bulldogs needing a bucket. Troutwine with it, double teamed in the corner, and he just throws it away, and it's going to be touched by Artery. And the referee says it was tipped, so I thought it'd be an over and back, but it's not. Still with the Bulldogs. The kick off Flair's foot. The Troutwine will inbound the basketball out to Artery. Travis Hoffman down low in the corner. Hoffman looking. It's Artery. Under 3 minutes left. Hunkins with it. Puts up the shot and it's through. Dwight Conkins with his first 2 points during the second half. He has 10 on the night, 75-71. Hardy with it, over to Rolfe. Driving in, scoops it back out to Hardy. Over to Jeff Philo. Philo driving up. Foul's going to be called against Blake Conkins, and Blake will foul out of this ball game. We'll see what head coach Larry Balzan does. All of his height is now diminished, and so Dave Rhodes will have to come back in the lineup. (75-71). Lineup now for the Bulldogs: Samsel, Rhodes, Troutwine, Artery, and Hoffman. For the Bearcats: Hardy, David Philo, Jeff Philo, Rolfe, and Flair. As Jeff Philo connects on the first of the 1-and-1, Troy Cooper will get back in the lineup as soon as Philo gets done. He completes the second one, which he will. So Troy Cooper back in for Philo. 77-71. It's a 6-point lead for the Bearcats. 2:41 left. Bulldogs with the basketball. To Samsel. To Hoffman. Can't take the 3 as he's guarded by Cooper. Artery with it. He'll try it from 3. Shots on his way. Hands it. 77-74. Rolfe with the basketball. Stops. Brings it back out to Hardy, and they call timeout. So the Bearcats want a timeout. 2:20 left in this ball game. We still got a dandy going on here. It's Douglas 77, Wheatland at 74. We'll be back after this 30-second time. 74. The Bearcats up by 3. They have the basketball with 2:20 once again remaining. Nathan Rolfe will inbound the basketball. He'll throw it into Hardy. David Philo. Flair, I think Coach Rich Eamon wants to spread it out a little bit. Over to Cooper. Cooper to Philo. They're moving it around. Back over to Flair. He's on the left-hand side. To Rolfe. To Hardy. To Rolfe. Puts up a shot and through. 31 points for Nathan Rolfe, 79-74, quickly on the other end. Hoffman with it. Back to Artery. To Hoffman. Artery, they're going to have to get a shot off here shortly. Bad pass, Artery, stolen away by David Philo. Stolen that time by Artery. Damon with it, and tipped from behind, and saved out of bounds by David Philo into Nathan Rolfe's hands. Coach Rich Eamon tells him to hold it up. They're going to have to start fouling here. It's Bulldogs. Flair has it. Hardy to Rolfe. 1 minute left. 1 minute. Travis Hoffman will commit the foul. That's only his third. And Wheatland wants a timeout after a little bit of confusion. 1 minute was exactly remaining in this game. We come back. Douglas will be at the free throw line, but I believe he's going to be Brandon Flair. He'll be at the free throw line to shoot 1 in the bonus. Our score, Douglas 79, Wheatland 74. We'll be back after this 30. Ready to get back in action as Brandon Flair will be at the free throw line. 3 of 4 at the foul line. Bearcats up by 5, 79-74. First to the 1-1. He cans it. 6-point lead. And connects on the second one. 7 points. The three's got to almost be flying here. The foul from behind is John Hardy's going to be called for the foul. And Ben Troutwine will go to the foul line. Hardy with his 4th. Troutwine at the foul line, 1 of 2. Needs these, and he connects on the first. Hits the second one as well. 76 for the Bulldogs, 81 for the Bearcats. That 5-point lead with 50 seconds left. Rolfe has it. Offensive foul, basket no good. Rolfe called. And that's 4 on Nathan Rolfe. What the Bulldogs needed was a turnover. 49 seconds left. They're down by 5. Hurry with it. They're going to have to get a shot away here. Troutwine is double teaming him inside of Rhodes. And he's going to be tied up, and it's going to be Douglas basketball. Nope, it's going to stay with Wheatland. My fault. On the possession arrow still remains with Wheatland with 38 seconds left. Hoffman can't get the 3 away. Inside of Rhodes. Puts up the shot. It's through. We'll have to foul immediately. 30 seconds left. The foul there against Damon Artery. 3-point lead. And Schroeder will go to the foul line. Damon's only his first, so he can foul quite a bit. Andy Schroeder at the foul line. First time at the foul line, and he hits the first one. Moves the lead back up to 4. Schroeder connects on both of them. They're going to have to get it down there. 27 seconds left. Troutwine has. He stops and he pops, and it's good. It's just a 2. And right after that bucket, the Bulldogs call a timeout. They're still in it, still alive. Our score, 20 seconds left. Douglas 83, Wheatland 80. We'll be back after this 30-second break. Back here at the Wheatland High School gym, 83-80. Douglas will have the basketball. Seconds left. They're going to have to foul immediately. Look for the baseball pass down, maybe on the pick. Passes into Philo, and he's going to be fouled by Artery. Nice foul by Damon, quickly. Just got 2 seconds off the clock. Back to the foul line will be David Philo, 1 of 2 for tonight. 83-80 is our score. 18 seconds left. Shot up and good by Philo. That might have just ended right there, and Rich Yeaman was the timeout to talk about this. 84-80 is our score with 18 seconds left. We'll come back. David Philo will get his second shot. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Score, David Philo connected on his first one, and when we get back in action here, he'll get his second of 2. Philo at the line. It's up and it's good. Quickly down to Troutwine, 17 seconds left. Ben driving and dribbles it off of his foot out of bounds. 13 seconds left. As it's into Flair, quickly down to Schroeder. And then to Rolfe, who lays it up and through, and with 3 seconds left, there's not much more the Bulldogs can do. Harry puts it up at the buzzer, it's no good, and that's our final. Bulldogs go down, but not without a fight. Our final score from the Wheatland High School gym, it is Douglas 87, Wheatland 80, and when we come back, we'll take a look at our final stats here from the Wheatland High School gym. We'll be back after this two-minute timeout. The Douglas Bearcats, they're led on the floor by Nathan Rolfe, 33 points on the night, 1-1 from the foul line. So you can see what kind of night he had, 33 for Rolfe. Also in double figures was David Philo, who had 14 points, 3 of 4 from the foul line, including 1 3-pointer. 13 points for John Hardy, he was 3 of 4 from the foul line. 13 points for Troy Cooper, he's 3 of 4 from the foul line. All those players in double figures. And the other scorers, Brendan Flair had 9 points. He was 5 of 6 from the foul line. 2 points for Jeff Philo, 2 points for Randy Schroeder, and 1 point for Shannon Ballard, 1 of 2 from the foul line for this evening. But the Bearcats, when they had to connect on the free throws, did so at the end of the game, kind of seal it for this evening's ball game. Taking a look at the final stats here for the Wheatland Bulldogs. Led on the floor by Travis Hoffman, who had 21 points this evening. Travis, after 22 last night, had another good night tonight. He had 21, 2 of 2 from the foul lines. Travis ended up with 3 3-pointers in this contest. Also in double figures, Troy Samsel, 16 points, 2 of 2 from the foul line. Double figures for both Ben Troutwine and Scott Carsrud, both chipping in 11. Ben was 3 of 4 from the foul line, and Scott, a better night at the foul line, he was 3 of 5. And rounding down in double figures, Blake Hunkins. Blake was 4 of 6 from the foul line. He had 10 points this evening. 9 points for Damon Artery. He came in and played a good ball game. Damon ended up with 1 3-pointer and 9 points. And 2 points for Dave Rhodes off the bench for the 6'1" senior. 87-80, Rich Yeaman's squad moves up now to 8-3 on this season. For head coach Larry Balton and the Wheatland Bulldogs, they will go down now to 2-9 and just can't get over that hump. We will wrap it up here after a 1-minute break, and we'll bring it right back here to the Wheatland High School gym. This conference matchup, 87-80. Both of these teams, of course, swing back into action. I'm not sure who Douglas plays next week, so I'm sure you can catch the action on KWIV. We'll be back with you next Friday as the Wheatland Bulldogs will be hosting Newcastle. Rob Black will be providing the play-by-play. Our new man is for KYCN. So you folks listening in Douglas on KWIV, we're going to shift it back to you right now. Okay, and I hear the old click, and we are back here at the Wheatland High School gym where we're talking with Wheatland head basketball coach Larry Balton. And Coach, a great ball game tonight despite the loss. I guess the biggest problem that you saw tonight was foul problems, which really hurt, and with losing Scott in the third period.